Laura left work, shrugging off the greasy radiation of the food she served. Her feet beat the hull of the ship christened New World, hers and all the human feet left in the universe. Such a weight to place on something so hastily constructed and so long ago. She barely saw it, barely cared. She arrived in the observatory. Its dark cavern of thick glass used to be full all the time, in the early days when humanity was still enamored with the universe. Before they realized the stars are just old light, dark and dark and dark and light. That's all. Laura turned to the sculpture sitting at the center of the lightless dome, its 6 steel arms raised in imitation of a god they had long grown out of. The only gods left were constellations, and they all eventually passed in the wake of toxic gas and the hum of engines. "When will the world end?" Laura asked the sculpture. Its eyes shimmered, 2 marbles set deep in a metal face, focusing on something very far away. She studied the shiny convex surfaces, trying to catch what it could see, what she could only feel. The world ended on March 15th, 2019. Its voice was water dripping in a cave. "I mean, when will the new world end?" "Not for many years," it said. "Why are you lying?" Its eyes didn't slide to see her, its finger joints didn't bend. The only movement in the neglected room was the fish. The fish in the torso-shaped tank of the sculpture. Red koi swirled in the dark water. Water that looked like the sea at night, only no one who had seen Earth's oceans was alive to recognize them. "I am incapable of lying," it said. "I don't think so. They made you right. They made it so you would know. I bet they forgot to make sure you'd tell us. But I know. I know the end is tonight, not long now." The fish stilled. For half a moment they floated, their round eyes like 10s of tiny observatories, observing her. Then back to swimming. Slow flashes of ruby, fins pulling at the small starlight. "Why not tell us? Why not be honest? That's what they made you for, so we would know when we were out of time." The fish moved out as one, approaching the glass, then back to the center, just like a sigh. "The new world will live for many years to come." "No, it won't. It dies tonight. I already know, I can feel it." She watched the koi. If it were to tell the truth, to admit the end was near, a silver stream of mercury would slip from its metal skull and fall into the tank. Designed as a warning, but designed. She imagined the fish shimmering and dead like the stars, belly up. "I wonder who feeds them." "I do." Those eyes like wells, the whole universe swimming in their glassy shadows. Stillwater silence filled the observatory. "They're alive, a part of me, and yet I'm empty. Nothing but space and mercury." The darkness rippled. "You don't want to hurt them." She saw the flick and sway of their long tails and knew they were beautiful. The sculpture was large and seated upon a raised platform, but she could still reach it. She placed a hand against the glass. The fish flinched away, but slowly they returned to study the pale starfish of her fingers on the edge of their cold, dark world.